as instructors, we don't have the time sometimes to write our own materials or even to compile our own materials. It is 1,000% easier to just grab something that already exists and is fine and is working, and have the students sort of take on that cost. But it makes me a little bit uncomfortable to ask the students to take on that cost, especially as our world keeps changing in a way that makes everything more expensive. I just want to remove stress that comes from outside, like their finances, in order for them to be able to really concentrate on what matters in the class, which is the content. There's so many options for OER. And if there's not an option to find it, then there's options to make it. And the more and more of us that do it and learn the technology, the more there are of us as resources to the people who want to get into it and want to do it. It does take time. So, I mean, honestly, I don't know that I would do it without the ATG because I didn't have the time, and I was also able to fund a couple fellow faculty to help me out with just reading through it, finding typos, making sure everything was right. And that's not something I would have even been comfortable asking them to do if I didn't have some money to give them for it to work. What is nice about writing your own stuff is that you know all the motivation behind it and why you put things in a certain order and why you chose certain exercises. You don't sort of roll your eyes at why did they order it like that, or why did they choose to do that thing. You have sort of your own power in that way, and it's a lot easier to prep for class. If the issue is that they feel like they're not enough of an expert to write their own textbook, I would tell them they're lying to themselves, and they are the only expert that matters when it comes to writing something for their own class, or compiling different OER in things. They are the expert in their own class, and I think that they should own it. I think the hard part was the technology, but there's people out there to help you do it. There are other faculty who have done it before, and there's people in the library to help whenever you have questions about doing things. But other than that, it's really easy. The application was easy, and this part of it was easy. Everything about it is easy except for just a little bit of technology pieces of things. But there's so much support to make that part happen.